sold in the triangular slave trade all over the world and scattered upon
Okay, so and because and you say that we are Israelites because of what now? We are Israelites because of what?
They had babies like I'm your daughter.
I'm saying, but we are Israelites because of how?
You can prove it. Deuteronomy 28:68. That's one way.
How?
And then,
because what is it saying?
It's saying that broke my commandment, pretty much broke my heart, and you are my people. And Moses.
So why in the world are they saying that? So they're saying that black people are Israelites.
Black people, Mexican people, and Indians. Look what they did to us. Deuteronomy 28:68 says that these things are gonna happen to you. All of these things in their history happened to them according to the Bible, and you can find yourself in the book. That book is the truth. That book is the life. That book is.
Which one? What book is that?
The Bible. That's why I said go back and read that whole thing.
I'm not gonna go back and read that whole thing because it's not telling me who a preacher is.
It did. I told you.
Well, then who is it?
A preacher is the one that's going out here in the streets to proclaim the gospel.
But what I'm trying to tell you is, are you saying a preacher? Are you saying a preacher is a woman, or are you saying a preacher is a man?
I ain't say none of that. I said what that scripture said.
And which mean what? Is a preacher a woman or a man?
It didn't say none of that. And
so you can be a woman or a man and still be a preacher.
I don't know.
Well, what's your argument? What's your argument point then?
I ain't arguing. What you arguing about, Mama? I ain't arguing.
I'm just saying you keep on telling me and go back and read the whole book of Romans 10 so I can get something straight. And all I'm trying to get straight is who is a preacher.
A preacher is one that go out and cry the gospel in the public space. That's what a preacher.
But that could be anybody.
I read it to you, but I read that to you while you asking me.
But I read it. The man read it to me today.
And I read it to you what the Strong's Concordance definition says.
And then you come back and tell me to read the whole book again because something ain't telling you the whole truth.
No, I didn't say that.
What did you say? You said go back and read the whole book? To do what then?
I said go back and read the scripture and realize who it's talking to.
And who is it talking to?
It's talking to the Israelites, and Moses was talking in the scripture was like, what if I go out here and I, give the other nations and make y'all pretty much angry, is what that scripture said. But he was talking to Isaiah, an Israelite. And then the Strong's Concordance made sure I knew that.
Well, okay. I still don't understand what's the misconception is about when you tell me go back and read it again. Go back and read it again because who was this man talking about when all I want to know is who can talk? A person that proclaimed themselves a preacher or one that's called by God, and how do you know the difference?
How do you know the difference? But I wasn't talking about that. I said, what did y'all go over at church, Mama?
Yeah, I said Romans 10, 13 through 15.
And then you was like, okay, this is the scripture. So I went to, was it Romans 10 and 13?
Yeah.
And so I went to Romans 10, 13, and I read it. And I read it all the way down.
To 15?
Then I read all of it. Then I went to 11. And I read it all. You know how it is when we was talking, and you said make sure you read the whole area around
when you're really reading one sentence out of a whole paragraph, you need to know more about that sentence.
Well, that's what I was talking about. I said, so make sure you go back and get it. so you get the real message about
I had
what
already,
part.
but I've already read it and I already got the message. All I needed now is to answer the question. I already got the message. I mean, you know, the man preached the dang message. I need to know the question.
I didn't have no question because you didn't tell me what he preached. You just told me the scripture.
He said, "Thank God for preachers." That was the name of his subject. Thank God for preachers. And then that's what he read.
Then all I said is who is what?
And I'm trying to ask is, well, who is a preacher?
Who is he preaching to?
And I'm saying, who is a preacher? He said, "Thank God for preachers."
Yeah.
I want to know who is a preacher.
Did he not tell you?
Who?
The preacher.
He said, well, he was talking about the preacher of that church, the pastor of that church. I want to know who is a preacher, period.
Well, that's because he's crying out to the public the gospel, period. That's what made him a preacher. That's why y'all doing him a appreciation. Y'all was pretty much praising the preacher for his good work.
Oh, well, I do know that part.
Work every day.
Regina, that ain't it. That ain't you still ain't answering. Damn, you could be a damn lawyer or politician because you don't answer the right question. No matter how many questions you ask a politician or ask a lawyer, they'll go around the dang question.
Oh my God!
And can talk.
We're not talking about that.
What am I talking about then?
I'm talking about Romans 10. Go read the whole thing.
I read it. I've already read it.
Okay, so what was that thing talking about? Where am I confused?
I'm confused. I'm confused at when he said thank God for a preacher, because something like if you can't hear or you ain't never heard or something like that and all about a preacher, I want to know who is a preacher.
But the preacher confused you because I'm not confused. I'm not even confused. And I took the scripture you told me and I read it and I understand and I understood and I know and I agree. Everybody is few that are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. You know, that's just the way it is. And then I appreciate the fact that God already knows us, and He knows us. So you know how people say, "Well, God know my heart." He know mine.
Well, the problem is, they say He know your hair strings. He know how many hair strings is in your head. That's how well He knows you.
And you know what? And the crazy part.
And I have wanted to count the strands in my hair, but I don't even know myself that damn well.
Mama, I know why I understand why they banned the Bible from public school. And guess what? These white people don't want us to teach the slave trade and triangular trade. They don't want none of that.
I know all that's leaving. All that's leaving.
They're gonna be like, Pow, you was mean. Pow, you was evil. Pow, you know, they're gonna be looking at it differently when they go read these scriptures. Ain't nobody crazy. And these kids, they growing up wild and they have access to the world. They finna know.
Well,
they finna know.
Okay.
They're gonna serve because the seed that brought us into the captivity that we went through. You're gonna get a pregnant woman and hang her upside down, pregnant, and cut the baby out. They did horrible. The punch bowl, the devil's punch bowl where the peaches grow. This is stuff we live in our real life because of the evil that we had to go through. We are the people.
But do you know that they done something that's going to put their great-great-grandchildren's teeth on edge? Did you know that?
That they going to